The outside looking in, but I stayed true to myself because I wanted to make the world a better place. If I'm the people's champ, I don't need a trophy for championing people. I've used my platform to amplify marginalized voices. Let's continue to reach out, hold each other down, and lift each other up. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Well, Lizzo, who has built her career on empowering and supporting women, is now facing scathing allegations in a new lawsuit. Former backup dancers Arianna Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez filed a lawsuit on Tuesday saying they suffered from sexual and religious harassment, weight shaming, and a hostile work environment on Lizzo's special tour. The dancers are also suing her production company, Big Girl Touring, and the captain of her dance team, Charlene Quigley. Joining us now with her personal experience is Arianna Davis, one of the dancers who is part of this lawsuit, and Ron Zambrano, the attorney representing all three plaintiffs. Arianna, thank you for joining us, and Ron, you as well. Arianna, I'll start with you. To the public, because we do not see everything that goes on behind the scenes. Lizzo is someone who encourages women, stands for body positivity. Even in her documentary, she is depicted uplifting her dancers. But what happened behind closed doors?
I can just say that the easiest way, because for me, being in the situation and the reason why I feel like it took so long to speak up, until I was out of it, was because it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that Lizzo would do anything other than something absolutely amazing for, humankind. But I think about it like this. Some therapists have children, and those therapists are so good at helping other people that aren't their family, that, go through all these things as a third party looking in. But when it comes to their own child, if their child comes to them and they say, "Mom, I'm depressed," they don't really know how to handle that because it's their own child. So I think that's a good analogy to kind of help people wrap their mind around the fact that, yes, she's an advocate for so many people, but that doesn't necessarily mean she advocates for the people that are closest to her. I think she's a terrible person? No, and I don't want people to think that this is some sort of ploy to run a smear campaign or anything like that. I just think that good people do bad things sometimes, and it was not a good work environment. There was a lot of emotional abuse happening, and I guess we can get more into that later, but yeah.
How have your experiences with Lizzo impacted your well-being? Because I imagine with something like this, like you said, it is so shocking. Initially, it's probably hard for you to believe as well as it's happening to you as you're experiencing it.
Yeah, you know what? I was just talking to someone the other day. I was like, I met some of the most genuine, amazing people in this camp. And so by default, I thought, oh, for sure, the person that brought me to this camp, that is the reason why I'm in this camp, has to be genuine as well, has to be nice, has to be amazing, has to be all these things, because I'm meeting all these people that she brought me to that are these things. I don't know if it's fame or money or power that has, kind of allowed her to lose herself in a little bit of ways. But I've never felt more conscious about myself or my body more in my life than on this job. And I've never lost myself the way that I've lost myself on this job.
Wow. Ron, over to you now. Why did you agree to take up this case?
At first, like everyone else reacting yesterday, it was hard to kind of put your mind around that Lizzo would treat or act in this certain way. But like any good plaintiff's attorney, I listened and I listened and I listened, and it turned out that these women are so brave to move forward. It is not uncommon in the entertainment industry for there to be this type of abuse to actors, to dancers, to people on the low rung. So it was just a matter of the brand of Lizzo. But listening to these ladies, especially yesterday, listening to Arianna now, it convinced me, and it's an honor to represent them. And we've had people call us since the news hit yesterday, corroborating things. And I also believe the creative director corroborated some of the things who I believe is related to her.
We see these harassment allegations against Lizzo here on the screen, so you can kind of read along as we're speaking. But Ron, I want to ask you, some of the damages described in the lawsuit are financial, but a majority of them are emotional. So what is your philosophy with this case? What is the end goal here?
At the end goal is to get what's just for my clients, of course. But as far as the damages are concerned, how it's something we present as attorneys, at the end of the day, we put people in the shoes of our clients. At first blush, how glamorous could it be to be, with Lizzo in Amsterdam? Well, if you're actually in that position and you're at the age of these ladies and you don't want to participate in these things, the power imbalance is what makes this really so horrendous. You can't really say no when a global icon is asking you to do these things, chanting these things, encouraging others to make you do these things. It's really like a hazing ritual. And instead of hazing in the normal sense that we know in college, it's really, you should participate and look at these sexual acts, and you just shouldn't be doing that as an employer.
All right, plaintiff's attorney Ron Zambrano and Lizzo's former dancer Arianna Davis. Thank you both for sharing your story with us this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Scripps News did reach out to Lizzo and her team for a response to these allegations, but they did not respond.